Join us at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino with the #1 gaming experience and entertainment. The Pahrump Nugget has the #1 dining experience at Stockman Steakhouse, Golden Harvest Cafe, and the Gold Miners Buffet. Come get your game on at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrump's optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
And welcome back to News 46. A new doctor is joining the staff at Desert View Hospital. We caught up with Dr. Van Wagner this morning.
I'm actually a board-certified internist, meaning I specialize in adult medicine. I practiced for 10 years, starting in 2000 when I opened up my own practice in Green Valley. Then I went on to become a medical director of an insurance plan for about 4 years. And when I heard about Mr. Kelly and Mr. Adams and his vision for the hospital and developing a more integrated network and having more physicians come up to Pahrump, it looked like a great opportunity for me and decided to join their multi-specialty physician group.
Are you permanently here now, or do you still have your office in Green Valley?
No, I actually closed my office in Green Valley, and I'll be here in Pahrump full time.
Wow. So you're taking patients now here, or have you started?
Starting September 16th, I'll be taking patients. There is an office right outside the hospital, right outside the ER, and that's where I'll be practicing 8 to 5. And on call, meaning after hours, absolutely. I'll be taking my own patients' calls, and if there's any emergencies, they would be able to come here right to Pahrump ER.
What is the common visit like for an internist?
For internists, it's very similar to family practice. So it can be anything from you have a sore throat to an earache to a new cough, or maybe abdominal pain, to more chronic diseases. We actually specialize in chronic diseases, so that can be everything from lung disease, from smoking too much, or heart disease and diabetes.
And you said adult patients.
Yeah, we typically, the difference between an internist and family practice is the internal medicine, we focus on adult medicine, anything from the age usually around 15 and up. Family practice tends to have more pediatric patients, and they can do adult medicine, but our focus is really adult medicine.
You're welcome on board here at Desert View Hospital. Tell me a little bit about what you've been thinking about the facility and the town itself.
But the reason I wanted to come to Pahrump was exactly what Mr. Adams was describing. I wanted to be able to keep my autonomy and being able to deliver highest quality of care based in customer service, which is really what we want to be able to do, is that, again, Marcus Welby factor.
What's a delivery system?
So we have solo practice doctors like what I was doing. And what we want to be able to do is really bring coordination of care. So in coordination of care is my integration with your heart doctor. With the patient, when they go to the hospital, I want to integrate with their hospital doctors. I want to be able to integrate with the hospital itself. These are new models of delivery. It's just integrating the entire continuum.
Is that going to be done technologically, like keeping track of your prescriptions, and then what your last doctor said on their visit too as well, and all the doctors being able to read the notes from the other doctors?
Absolutely, and I think you just brought up one of the biggest parts of when we talk about the new delivery models as healthcare moves forward into the 21st century, is the ability of our electronic medical records to seamlessly allow us to interact together.
Can they call and make an appointment?
Yeah, making an appointment is at 751-7100.
Well, what are you doing out? What are you doing out? Well, folks, Ian B. Clark's going to bring you a story on Angie's List on pet fence systems.
When you're feeling dog tired, the last thing you want to do is take Fido for a walk. So in today's Angie's List report, how pet fence systems can actually allow you to keep your back door open and let Fido walk himself. Greg Smith is the owner of 6 Chihuahuas. Smith and his dogs can now all enjoy their backyard now that there's an underground fence.
We actually installed it shortly after we moved in about 3 years ago. It was working either with that one or a regular fence, and it seemed more convenient for us to be able to still see the nature, still see the wildlife back in the back if we use an underground fence.
An underground or wireless pet fence can be a great option for owners who don't want a physical fence between them and their neighbors. You can tailor the layout of the fence to restrict virtually any area you want, so you can run it around the entire yard, flower beds, the swimming pool, or the kids' play area.
When they go out and get near the line, the collar reads the radio signal. The dog will get a tone, and that's its warning that you need to get back. So really the training's all about teaching the dog to back up when it hears the tone.
You want to be sure that you're talking to any installer about what kind of training is incorporated with the cost of the fence. And if you're concerned about the charge that potentially comes with the fence and your pet, you should also consult your veterinarian.
all of them ultimately will shock them. The thing about it is, you know, kind of our moniker is safer by design, greater peace of mind. You know, it used to be when I started here 10 years ago, we had 4 shock levels. Now we have 13. A lot of times I'll insist a homeowner feel it. I said, I want you to know what your dog is experiencing. It takes a lot, you know, it eases their mind a lot to know that their dog's not getting zapped, you know, to a point where it's making them fearful.
The collars contain batteries that typically need to be replaced every 3 to 4 months, which can cost between $15 and $20.
An invisible fence can be less expensive than a traditional fence. It can run anywhere from a few $100s to $1,000, depending on the size of the area that you're trying to contain.
Though underground and wireless fences can help keep your pets within certain boundaries, it's important to remember that these systems, they cannot keep other animals out of your yard. And as well, before you install any type of fencing, it's important to check with your local municipality regarding any permits you may need, or with your homeowners association if there are any requirements to installing fencing. So this is Ian B. Clark and Max reporting for News 46.
And here's Deanna O'Donnell with today's entertainment this week.
Former teen idol David Cassidy faces a drunken driving charge after his arrest early this morning in Schodack, New York. The 63-year-old Cassidy was given a breath and field sobriety test after he failed to dim his car's headlights at a police checkpoint. He was arrested when he blew a .10 in the breathalyzer device. The legal blood alcohol limit is .08. The former star of the TV series The Partridge Family was released on a $2,500 bail and ordered to appear in court on September 6th. This is Cassidy's second arrest for DUI. The last was in 2010. Actor Lee Thompson Young committed suicide in his Los Angeles apartment on Monday morning. Authorities confirmed that Young died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. The 29-year-old actor is best known for the leading role on Disney's The Famous Jet Jackson in 1998. More recently, he has been acting in TNT's Rizzoli and Isles as Detective Barry Frost. The Callings lead singer Alex Band told police he was abducted, beaten, and robbed Sunday, just hours before his group announced a comeback effort. Band told investigators he was walking down a street in downtown Lapeer, Michigan, about 3 a.m. Sunday when 2 men forced him into a blue minivan. The singer reported being assaulted, robbed, and dropped off on another street. No arrests have been made in this case. Actress Lisa Robin Kelly, one of the stars of TV's That 70s Show, has died. Kelly was 43 years old. She reportedly died in her sleep at a drug rehabilitation center in Los Angeles. The cause of death is unknown, pending the toxicology report. Lisa voluntarily checked herself into the treatment facility last week, where she was battling the addiction problems that have plagued her the past few years. Kelly played Lori Foreman, older sister to Eric Foreman, played by actor Topher Grace, on That 70s Show, which ran from 1998 to 2006. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. That's your entertainment this week.
And now let's join Angela Miles with today's First Business Brief.
This is the First Business Brief for Wednesday, August 21st. I'm Angela Miles. Students are increasingly learning how to avoid the rising cost of textbooks. Prices have jumped more than 80% in the past 10 years. Recent studies show those numbers may be a tipping point. 34% of students report downloading materials from unauthorized sources. That's up 15% in just 3 years. The housing recovery helped Home Depot nail its earnings report. The home improvement chain reported a $1.8 billion profit that topped Wall Street's view. Home Depot is raising its outlook on future earnings as the housing market continues to show signs of strength. And Overstock.com is tweaking its plan to compete head-to-head with Amazon. Overstock plans to permanently offer its book prices that match Amazon's. That's the First Business Brief. I'm Angela Miles.
Thanks so much for that report, Angela. So, summer was here.
Yeah, she got out.
I know, the fence.
What's up with
fence.
that?
I know you haven't been here for a little while
I
because
have, yes.
you're being daddy.
I've been very busy being
Yeah.
daddy and a little under the weather here or there, but
Yeah.
mostly being a daddy and lack of sleep.
Give everybody an update on Gabe.
Gabriel update. Quick Gabriel update. He's up to about 8.5 pounds now. Still 21 inches, but he's doing really well. He's starting to outgrow his preemie clothes, so that's a good thing. But
His due date.
his due date is officially in the next 4 days, so he technically doesn't officially exist yet, I guess, is the way to look at that. So he's here. He's like a preview version. The
There you
real
go.
thing comes in 4 days, I guess.
There you go. Are you going to celebrate his birthday?
Yeah, I think we might actually.
Well, we're going to see what the weather brings and see what we're going to be putting Gabe in the next few days.
Yeah,
If
whether
gonna
it's
be cooling
shorts or onesies. I don't know. We'll find out.
down. We'll be back with your weather with Ian B. Clark.
News 46 Weather is brought to you by Healthcare Partners Medical Group, with 5 locations in Pahrump. Local doctors and professional staff providing total care from infancy to seniors. News 46 Weather is also brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
Welcome back. Today, partly cloudy skies, 103 for your high. Winds coming out of south-southwest at 5, gusts at 11, so calm. 11% humidity, 6:07 a.m. sunrise, and a record high of 110 degrees in 2009. And tonight, what we're going to have is mostly clear skies, so it'll clear up a bit. 75 for your low. Winds still calm. 24% humidity, so rising up quite substantially there. 7:26 p.m. sunset and a record low of 63 degrees in 1957. And tomorrow, Thursday, partly cloudy skies, 100 for your high, 74 for your low. Winds will probably, you could slightly feel them. 19% for your humidity, sunrise getting closer to 7 o'clock, and UV index staying at 10. Our 7-day forecast, as you can see, looks like temperatures are actually going to cool down a bit as we head into the weekend. So as you can see, going from 100 down to like 99 and then down to 88. And it looks like the same kind of trend will happen in our lows. So going from around 73 down to possibly the upper 60s, lower 70s. Because it looks like we have a chance of some thunderstorms coming in maybe late weekend, possibly coming even earlier.
Well, thank you very much, Ian. Folks, that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And from everyone up here on the hill at KPVM, we wish you a safe evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow night. Until then, good night, Pahrump.
Good night.